Arthur, and this is my video for the ANLC scholarship program. I'm going to be talking about how adoptions affected my life and some circumstances of my own adoption. I am an adoptee. I was adopted in 1996 from Kirov, Russia. Pretty much what happened is that my birth parents, whoever they were and whatever circumstances they were in, decided when they had me, they pretty much went to a hospital, had me, and left. It was a closed adoption, so there wasn't any records, there's no genetic information. I didn't even really have a name. They pretty much gave birth to me, left, and I spent the first 4 or 5 months of my life in a Russian orphanage. So my prospects, my future wasn't looking too hot at that time. But thankfully, my parents, what I consider my parents, the people that came and adopted me, they pretty much saved me from all that. They gave me a future, they gave me more chances than I ever would have had, and they gave me a family. Because for the first 4 months of my life, I didn't have a family. I didn't have anyone, but they saved me. They went over and took the time to, they took interest in this kid that no one else cared about and no one else really expected to live. This kid with all these ear infections, all these different problems that just, honestly, if they hadn't showed up, I probably just would have died and that would have been it. But thankfully, because of what they were able to do, I'm still here. I'm able to do great things in the world. I'm able to do, bring real and plausible change and be able to experience so many things that I want to experience. And be able to, go to school and make friends and meet people and have a job and go on trips and all these things that I never would have had a chance to do. I owe so much to them. It's been weird, I guess. Since it's a closed adoption, I don't personally know anyone I'm actually blood related to. I don't have any contact with birth parents or birth family in any way. So there's a little layer of difference between me and what I consider my relatives, like my grandma and my cousins and stuff, because, in the back of your mind, you're like, well, you're not blood related. But I think that family is more than just who you're blood related to. Family is about who takes care of you, who raises you, who treats you, well, who wants the best for your future, and who works every day to give you that future so you can have a good life. Family isn't just, who gave birth to you. It's so much more than that. And yeah, I've had, weird thoughts and weird questions before. There's always that thing where it's like, oh, trace your genetic history. And I'm like, I don't really know what mine is. But, I don't know. I'm just so thankful for what my parents were able to do and all the opportunities and chances they were able to give me. And I have so many things that I want to be able to do in the world, and just the fact that they've been able to let me do those things and give me the chances to do those things means so much to me. I don't think I could really verbalize just how much it means to me, what they did. I don't know. I mean, I'm planning to adopt when I get older. Adoption's it's a very special thing. It's a very powerful thing to take a kid or a person that doesn't have a future, or if they do have a future, it's a miserable future, and give them something, and give them a future, and give them, everything you can, and raise them as your own. I never felt like, oh, since they're not my birth parents, I don't care about them, or I'm not actually related to them, you're not my real mom, that stuff. I just owe them so much, and I'm so thankful for what they do every day. Adoption's given me literally everything that I have. I can't think of a single thing that being adopted hasn't given me. A single thing. Because I had no future, and now I do have a future, and I have adoption to thank for that. I have my parents to thank for that, and I'm so thankful, and I thank them every single day for what they were able to do for me, and that they were able to save me from my circumstances that I was in. And yes, I'll always have questions like, oh, I don't know who my birth parents are, I wonder what happened there, it's kind of strange that I don't know anything about my past, but you need to look forward to the future, I guess. Your past, it happened, but it doesn't define you. And that's something I've been trying to, get into more, is that the future is what matters. The future is where you can change things. The past isn't, you can't change anything in the past. The past has happened. So you shouldn't waste all your effort trying to change something that can't be changed, or trying to worry too much about something that is immovable. Because every day, you're living, you're able to create a future for yourself. And I'd like to, help people in the way my parents helped me. I'd like to be a force of good in the world, and I'm so glad my parents were able to let me do that. Anyway, that's pretty much my thoughts on adoption and how it's affected my life. Thank you.